In this, I'm covering your work habits. All of you are going to work from home, all of you have worked in your life, and there is nothing that I am going to talk and teach you this thing. I'm talking very simple things. Very simple things which you may know, but now we are making it that you should be in a position to recognize it. The first, the place you sit. When you're working on a phone call, nobody sees you. But sometime nowadays, Zoom has taken up. Keep that in mind. We'll cover the video coverings separately. You're 99% you are working on telephone. So the place you sit is very important. It must have a comfortable seat for you and a table to work with you. It should not be sitting on the bed, sitting on this thing where you have, because your voice modulations and your efficiency all depends if everything's come to you in that. So you have to ensure that you have a proper table and a chair to sit with. You can have a shoveling chair if you have a room and your room decor allows you. Otherwise, fixed one which normally are available at home. Even a dining chair, dining table, we don't have a problem with that. But the place where you sit must not have too much noise around you, because no matter what you do, the noise will catch on and that will disturb the candidates. And when the candidate is talking, you would have the noise at your end. And when the recording reaches ourselves, when we return, we would also downgrade that there is an environmental problem with the person is not. Especially if you have a small child, you need to make an arrangement. The child stays a different place. You can't tell a child to keep quiet. It's natural for him to shout, to play, to do that. So you need to make an arrangement. And if your family members are there who watches TV, other things, you need to make an arrangement that noise should not come. Preferably, do not sit next to the window, especially if you have a low-rise building or you stay at lower floors, because the sound, if you have a road or anything, can disturb. But if you're on a high-rise and you don't have any sound, there's no harm. The place you sit also must have space for you to work. One is your laptop, your mobile. Mobile, I'll come to that because posture is very important. If you're going to work on a longer hours, hunch, this must have straight, comfortable posture. You have to work on that. Look at all the ways, the way your body is. We do not want you to have neck pain and body pains later on because your posture is wrong. Understand that there has to be sufficient light on your screen, and the right where you do, there has to be enough light for you, and you should be able to view your screen, your computer screen, from a sufficient distance, about 2 feet. That should be that feet difference, and you should be able to read comfortably. Hence, enough light has to be there. We'll talk about video later on because that's a separate this thing. So I have covered that. Now your hands has to be free. You cannot have a phone on this thing and talking like this. It's not going to work, because you are listening on one side and next time you need to note. Now many people, we are trained. We all are trained to listen and to write. But over here, you're supposed to listen and you are supposed to typing. So the first thing is to free your hand. For freeing your hand, my best advice is take the Bluetooth. A Bluetooth neckband is much better. It's easier than the earbuds. Do not take earbuds. Neckband. And it's easy. It goes and neckband keeps on heading this thing falling on your this is the neckband, Today, these days, this is available to you even for 800 rupees, 1000 rupees, 1200 rupees. And once you put on that, your hands are free. It is better than the headset, which is the longer mechanical headset, because the headset has a problem. You need to cover yourself and your mic must come somewhere here to catch it. It's not designed for that. Okay, but initially if you have used with that, it'll give you a lot of irritation. But this type of a things, not necessarily expensive, and they're pretty good, and it goes, and your hands are free. Your hands are free. It's easy. They get locked and you move. And if today I was not wearing, I normally this is my ornament. Okay, so the hands free. You need do not use speakers. Speakers are very irritating to other per side, because when you put your phone on a speaker to make your hands free, other side gets the echo. Don't do that. Sorry. On the place of work, I forgot to mention, do not sit under a fan. Do not sit directly under a fan. Two things happen. When you sit under a fan has a whirling sound. That whirling sound goes into your mic, and that gives create a problem to the candidate on other side who listen to it. So we're slightly away from that. Second, the biggest problem the fan creates most of time we do not realize. Okay, it has a static. Many times you will say static comes, echo comes. That's because of electromagnetic. Sometimes electromagnetic things are pretty strong. It disturbs your Bluetooth, even your headset and the phone. Hence, do not do that. Please be away. And in case if you do not have, put a table fan somewhere if it is not possible, rather than having this fan. Table fan will not create electric magnetic waves, which is there. Coming back, make your hands free. Once you are done like this and you started working, now is a time for to it. Many ladies I've seen, they will write on a piece of paper and then type in. That's a time wasting exercise, is not needed. It is better to type it and spend time to correct it little bit. But when you type on a piece of paper, first of all, half of time the things are not there. Okay, you are not able to capture, and then keying in takes double time. We advised you already to record. So recording can be played to listen to if you miss a point. Otherwise, most of the ladies, once you get used to, your speed comes 35, 40 words, and your system, mind start working where you listen from here and key in over here. That is easy. So hands free, listen, key in. Hands free, listen, key in. Practice. Do not just practice talking. Practice also this thing. Little bit of practice. Not even 2 days or 3 days. Normally people who know little bit of keyboard, their speed is about 15 to 20 words per minute. You would go to 40. And that's very easily achievable, and 40 is an excellent speed to have to do that. It's basically, I should be on your screen, not on your head, on your keyboards. Have a practice, little bit of typing, practicing, listening, and doing the practice, and that practice would help you to do the things. And this is about your. We're coming to the next subject. Next one will be of your script. The language which we are given to you for everywhere. Why? You're an educated person, you can also write. Why? For a simple reason. Each actor is an educated, he is from the industry, he can write his own dialogue. But it's not possible because his work is acting. So this is written by experts who knows what sells. Words sell. Words make the difference. And how that word has been used makes a lot of difference. So when we write a script, we have written on that. We have tested it. It has worked for more than 50,000 candidates, which my RW has gone through and taken their details, we know what sells. Words make the difference. The dialogue make a difference. A good movie, a good dialogue has to have a good dialogue also. So that's a dialogue for you. A winning dialogue makes a difference. What is a winning dialogue? An actor delivers a dialogue with the flavor, with the modulation, with the right point of stress on a right word. We give you that, we teach you that, how you do that. That's one part, why it is done. But there is a one more important thing which you need to keep in your mind. You are not so knowledgeable about the laws and the implications of few words. For example, if you're talking, if some candidate is talking to you and say, will I get you? Will you help me get this job? I'm depending on you. That's his expression. And we assure him, you say, yeah, you will. Or client when will your client call? Oh, next couple of days. That's a commitment which we never make. We cannot make. So our answers are designed to safeguard you from legal implications, because they are designed wherever it is not possible for us to give any commitment, we write it accordingly. So if you stick to that, otherwise you will create some kind of disappointment in the minds of somebody. He'll feel bad that you gave a promise, you assured certain thing, you gave me that, and later on you didn't fulfill. So misquoting. Oh, that candidate, that your person said so and so and so and so. No, it does not happen with us, because we tell you, read only what is written over there. And we stand by that, which is also equally important. We are not here to tell you to go and say and chase them and cheat them. No, we are giving you something, you take only that much only, whatever has been said. So there is no miscommunication. Many times candidates say, no, your so and so told me the salary would be so much. Salary has a range. Range was told. So we know, once we know, we need to be sure that you are doing. Today there is a recording we are doing and we're keeping it. I'm talking the days when there was used to be no recording. Still, I could trust my RW. We could trust our RW. We know our training system has trained them. They know what is to be done. Now, objections. In life, people give you objection for everything. In your home also, why this should not be done, why it should be done. Everybody wants to do in his own way. But when you are doing something like this, you have to get the thing done the way it is. The only way is not by fighting, not by arguing, by handling his objection, by molding his objection. Objections, it all again depends. You may say the same thing in your language, but it may not make an impact. A dialogue by Amitabh Bachchan has its own impact, because the way he speak, the way he deliver, and that's what we'll review. And in that Javed Akhtar के अगर उसके अंदर dialogue लिखे हैं, it has its own impact. So you need to understand. Hence, objections, the language script which we give it to you, you need to mug it as much as possible. Put it before, keep it on the wall, practice in the mirror. Mirror practice is very important. Mug it up. We teach you little bit of my next session. We will be doing on modulation, how to deliver, how not to deliver. Okay. That's 2-3 things are going to be very, very important for you. Many people feel, very bad about it. That you're making me to mug and I already grown up. True. We used to mug when we were children, when we were in the school. As we grow up, our mugging capabilities has gone down. But if you have to deliver dialogue and you have to sound natural, you have to map. And these are not very 20 books or so. It's only 3 to 4 pages. That's all. Your success, your earning depends on that. You do it nice, you will succeed. You'll make less phone calls, you will take to less number of people, and you will still earn more. So it's important. Your earning depends, your satisfaction depends on that. Your your happiness depends on that. So hence do that, and once it becomes a part of your system, you don't have to, it's only first 6 7 days when you're working, when you're doing, it's happening. Thereafter it become part of life. And when you talk to me, when I talk to my candidates, and some of my candidates do say jokingly, Mr. Marwa, this was a dialogue you told me 20 years ago. I say, yes, I told you 20 years the same dialogue because it sells. That's what you bind me. But I stand by that dialogue. I don't change it every day. But that's what it is. So we give you, there is some humor built in that. It's written by the experts. Similarly, the job description come, they are very monotonous. We like to highlight some of things. Later on, you would be on your own, would have the eyesight, you know which are the bullet points. Okay, to pick in that. But first is the language. Very important. No misquoting. It's you, which is very important. Okay, and we teach you how to get your things done. This objection handling is a part of that. Otherwise, you'll get frustrated because people will not. Some of people are more arrogant, more adamant. I am not arrogant, adamant. You need to handle them, and the tact is there in those dialogues. Please do listen. Please do that. Next would be the actual doing practices. Next course of actions would be on training you on actual course of things, on things. We look forward to have a long-term relationship with you. We look forward to you growing with Magna, and we look forward to you making Magna grow. We look forward to you have a satisfaction, a career satisfaction in this business, in this profession. Thank you.